IVM.
$100. That's all it takes to begin your journey with Bitcoin and Ethereum. No, really. With CoinSwitch, you can start investing in over 100 cryptocurrencies with just 100 rupees. On top of that, there are zero charges for deposits and withdrawals, so you can trade, buy, sell, however and whenever you want. All of this, plus their extremely intuitive interface, makes CoinSwitch the perfect app for beginners in the crypto space. But don't take my word for it. Just download CoinSwitch for free and try it out for yourself. If you'd like more information on cryptocurrencies, tune into A Show About Crypto with me, Rohan Joshi, my new adventure on IVM Podcasts. CoinSwitch, kuch to badlega.
Do you know why so many of us are unable to manifest our dreams, our desires, unable to achieve our goals? The answer is very simple. It's because we're standing in our own way. Sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself. Maybe I've said this before on this podcast, or then maybe I've said this in another form of content on my Instagram or maybe even YouTube. And when I say this to people, that you need to get out of your own way, they bring up the long list of fears that they have. They bring up all the things that are making them feel anxious. They bring up the what ifs, hypothetical situations, things that may or may not happen in the future. But you know what? Your fears are just the facade. What's really in your way is you and your beliefs, as well as your unwillingness. Hi, I'm Chetna. I'm a positive action coach, and this is Say No to Drama. Today I'm talking about why is it that we are not able to get up and do what we need to do to make those things that we so want to live happen? And I know that most of y'all will immediately respond with, yeah, I mean, it's not easy. I'm afraid of losing XYZ, or I'm afraid of something else happening, or I'm worried about how I'll handle XYZ if it happens. You know, the statements are generally about all the things that make us anxious or then things that we're afraid of. But in reality, like I said just a couple of minutes ago, your fears are just a facade. What is actually blocking your path are your beliefs and things that you are not willing to do. So as an example, there's so many of us who want this grand love story, right? When we talk about arranged marriage, we're like, yeah, but then I want to experience love. I want to have this relationship. I want to have that adventure. Okay, sure, great. But then comes up the piece. But my parents will not agree. What if they don't like the guy or the girl? What if the guy or the girl is not from my caste and my religion? My parents will not agree. What if I'm letting them down? Now, all of these are what ifs. I mean, you guys heard that phrase, right? Constantly, what if, what if, what if? But why are you so worried about these what ifs? Because you are afraid of losing your parents. There comes a fear. Right? So what ifs are your fears, your things that you are worried about? Fair enough. However, where is this fear coming from? It's coming from the fact that you believe your parents will not love you if you choose somebody from a different caste or a different religion. It also comes from the belief that you are incapable of convincing them. For some people, this is true. These beliefs are coming from a space that is absolutely real. But for so many of us, it isn't entirely true. And there comes in the piece about willingness. You are not willing to face your fears and sit across your parents and tell them that you've met somebody who is not of the same caste, not of the same religion, does not fit their bill, but this is the person you want to be with. You are not willing to take a chance on the love that you were pining for the last I don't know how many years. Fear is the symptom. The root cause are your beliefs and your willingness. If you want to experience that grand love, are you willing to give up your parents? If not, then maybe you need to make peace with that and let go of this desire. Does this mean that you will not experience love? Of course not. Because of the bad marriages we've seen, the relationships, the skewed relationships that we've seen between our parents, we've gone and decided that arranged marriages are BS. and that anything that comes through an arranged system will never hold space for love, and that person who is coming to me through an arranged space will be incapable of loving. What we don't realize is that that other person is coming with the same dreams and aspirations as you to find that one grand love. If you were to find that grand love through arranged marriage or through the family pundit, are you telling me you're going to say no to it? Will you not want to take a chance? So what if he or she is of your caste, your religion, similar family status, from your hometown, etc., etc.? And so what if your Chachi ji's sister-in-law brought you this match? Are you telling me that you're going to forego love because it's coming through an arranged setup? Let's think about work. There are so many people who want to become CEOs of whichever organization. But when it comes to actually getting down and doing the work, doing what it will take to become that CEO, most people don't do the work. They aren't willing to. Their ego is standing in the way. Their sense of entitlement is standing in the way. Their lack of focus is standing in the way. All of these three things are you, parts of you. So who is standing in your way? You are standing in your way. Instead of taking what you have, making the most of it, and finding your way up the ladder, you stand there screaming, shouting, throwing tantrums about how nothing goes your way and how the universe has this massive conspiracy going on to ruin your life and your dreams. In this scenario, it's not fears that are in your way. Your entitlement, your ego, and all the beliefs that are stoking these two, that's what's in your way. If you're going to pine for something, let's at least be very clear about what that desire is supposed to do for you, and if what you are expecting is even real. Secondly, let's get clear about what will be required of you in order to achieve that dream, that desire, in order to make it true, in order to live it. And if you are not willing to do certain things, then get clear about whether there is another way around it, or then is it big enough for you to give up this dream and make peace with it. If you aren't willing to let your parents down, then don't go hunting for that grand love, one that will clash with their beliefs, one where they will not support you. And if you are going to chase that grand love, then be prepared that this reality that your parents may not agree is going to be something you're going to have to work through. As for those who are sitting with money and work aspirations, get clear about what you will need to do. If your industry requires you to work Monday to Saturday, and I'm not justifying that, according to me, all HR teams need to fix this situation. And that's why you're climbing up that ladder to be head of HR of a multinational company. But if that's what your organization, your field requires, then at the age of 35, sure, take a sabbatical because you're exhausted. But eventually you're going to have to come back to this. Or you're going to have to change your dream. Now, some of you can listen to this episode and start sulking and whining by saying, oh, but why does it have to be so hard? Well, it just has to be. This is how it is. Get up and do what is needed to be done, or then make peace with your reality and with your level of willingness. But whatever you do, please, for heaven's sake, stop torturing your own self. Stop giving yourself anxiety pangs by dancing with all these 40,000 what ifs, half of which are not even true, not even real. You don't have any basis for them. And stop making excuses of circumstances not being right. Irrespective of a circumstance, it can slow you down. It can block your path temporarily, but the path always opens up. Question is, are you willing to hold on? Are you willing to persist? I know that I've given you a lot of things to think about, and there are episodes of willingness in my podcast. Scroll down to when this was called Positively Unlimited, and you will find them. I think there should be more than one. All of these episodes, by the way, are on the IVM Podcast app and website, and you can connect with us on Twitter or Instagram. Our handle is IVM Podcasts. If you would like to do a session with me, to work through your what-ifs, to slice through this drama that you are creating, to really get out of your own way, well, DM me on Instagram. My handle is Positivity Angel.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Raw and Organic, Kunal is joined by Divyanka Bedi, aka Gigi. She's the owner of a fitness studio called The Space in Mumbai. They discuss how the pandemic changed everything and how to start building a community. One of our favorite shows, The Habit Show, completes 3 years and 600 episodes. Congratulations to Ashton and the rest of his team. Good habits lead to consistency. Ashton clearly has them. 3 years and 600 episodes is an amazing achievement. In the world of Simplified, Chuck, Naren, Shriketh, and Tony try to find out how distressing it is for billionaires to be taxed on their income. On All Things Policy, the Takshashila folk unpack the findings of the National Family Health Survey. And on Paisa Vaisa, Anupam talks to Preeti Khurana. She's the Director of Advocacy and Regulation at Clear, and they discuss filing your income tax return. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And also do check out our YouTube channels. We have a number of them. You can get them on ivmpodcast.com/YouTube. And remember, if you're enjoying this show, or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. It really does help us spread the word. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors for the network this week: Cred, Bank of Baroda, CoinSwitch, Kuber, Intel, and Oxfam India. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Given the unprecedented times our nation is going through, where positive is now a dreaded word, Smile India gets you delightful news from across the country about people and places that continue to spread the much-needed hope and positive vibes. I am Shifa Maitra, and you can hear Smile India with me every Thursday on the IVM app, website, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Oh, and did I tell you Smile India is available in both English and Hindi.